But look at Russell here, look at the gap of the victory, 12-2-0. Wow.
80,000 people in the Stade de France holding their breath, 8 women crossing a finish line in a blurred wall of speed, and for 15 agonizing seconds, nobody knows who won. The difference between living the rest of your life as an Olympic gold medalist or walking away with the heartbreak of 4th place came down to 1/100th of a second, 0.01. That is less than the blink of a human eye. It is the thickness of a jersey across a laser beam. For years, critics dismissed her as just a social media personality. They said she cared more about brand deals, makeup tutorials, and TikTok algorithms than winning championship gold. Then Masai Russell stepped into the most cutthroat hurdle race ever assembled and shut down the internet forever. Hit subscribe, drop a like, and let's get into the untold story of Masai Russell. Track and field is one of the most traditional, unforgiving sports on earth. For decades, athletes were expected to keep their heads down, stay out of the spotlight, and let their stopwatch do all the talking. Enter Masai Russell. During her collegiate career at the University of Kentucky, Masai didn't fit the quiet mold. She built a massive digital empire, accumulating hundreds of thousands of followers across TikTok and Instagram. She was vibrant, fashionable, unapologetically confident, and commanding the NIL era like nobody before her. Naturally, the track purists hated it. Every time she posted a vlog before a major meet, the comments were loaded with shade. Focus on running, too focused on being an influencer. She'll never win a real title. And for a long time, her harshest critics had just enough ammunition to keep talking. Because at Kentucky, Masai was undeniably world-class. She shattered NCAA records, running 12.36 in the 100-meter hurdles. But individual NCAA outdoor gold consistently slipped through her fingers. Silver at the NCAA indoor, silver at the NCAA outdoor, bronze at the US Championships. She was always on the podium, but she was never standing on the top step. The online narrative solidified. Masai Russell was a phenomenal brand, but when the pressure reached a boiling point, she was destined to be the runner-up. Most athletes broken by that kind of public noise step back or let it dictate their energy. Masai did the exact opposite. She internalized every single doubt and went to work. The 100-meter hurdles is often called a game of controlled violence. You are sprinting at roughly 20 miles an hour toward 10 rigid obstacles, spaced just 8.5 meters apart. If you hit a hurdle, your momentum dies. If your takeoff distance is off by 2 inches, you crash. There is zero room for hesitation. Under the guidance of legendary coach Tim Hall, Masai tore down her race mechanics to the bone. She wasn't just working on foot speed, she was working on psychological durability. She worked on her trail leg snap, her hurdle clearance height, and the mental composure required to ignore the 8 athletes next to her breathing down her neck. She turned pro, blocked out the noise, and entered 2024 with a singular objective: prove that athletic greatness and personal branding aren't enemies, they're multipliers. If you want to understand the brutality of American track, look at the US Olympic trials. In the women's 100-meter hurdles, the US trials are statistically harder to survive than the Olympic Games themselves. Former world record holders and world champions regularly miss the Olympic team simply because they had one bad step. June 2024, Hayward Field, Eugene, Oregon. The field is stacked with giants. Masai lines up in the final. When the gun fires, she delivers a technical masterpiece. Zero clipped hurdles, flawless 3-step rhythm, explosive power off the final barrier. She crosses the line in 12.25 seconds, breaking the US Olympic trials record and instantly making her the 4th fastest woman in human history. In under 13 seconds, she didn't just qualify for Paris, she put the entire global hurdle community on notice. The influencer was now a legitimate gold medal favorite. August 10, 2024, Paris. The Olympic final features the defending Olympic champion Jasmine Camacho Quinn, home country hero Serena Samba Mayela with 80,000 French fans screaming at deafening volumes, and the fastest hurdlers on the planet. Lane 5. Masai steps into the blocks. The gun fires. Samba Mayela gets an explosive start, fueled by the Parisian crowd. Camacho Quinn is charging hard on the outside. Masai stays locked in her lane. She doesn't panic. Over hurdle 5, 6, 7, she starts closing the gap with terrifying top-end speed. Over the 10th and final hurdle, 4 women hit the flat at the exact same fraction of a second. They dive across the line together. Dead heat. No one celebrates. The stadium falls into a surreal quiet while the photo finish team analyzes the high-speed cameras. Seconds feel like hours. Then the board lights up. First, Masai Russell, 12:33. Second, Serena Samba Mayela, 12:34. Third, Jasmine Camacho Quinn, 12:36. Separated by 0.01 seconds. Masai drops to her knees in pure disbelief before wrapping herself in the American flag. The silver medal finishes, the constant online chatter, the endless question marks about her mental toughness, all erased by 1/100th of a second on the grandest stage in human sport. Masai Russell's Olympic title is bigger than just a gold medal. She shattered an outdated stereotype in professional athletics. She proved you don't have to pick between being being a dynamic content creator and a relentless, world-beating champion. You can be the girl on TikTok sharing your lifestyle, and you can be the woman who lines up against the fastest humans on Earth and takes what's yours. At 24 years old, she stands at the peak of her sport with the outdoor world record of 12.12 seconds firmly in her sights as we look ahead to the Los Angeles 2028 Games on home soil. What did you think of Masai Russell's Olympic run? Do you think she can break Toby Amusan's 12.112 world record before LA 2028? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, share this video with a track fan, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dive sports breakdowns. See you in the next one.